it's Jessie here. I'm back with another video, and this video is going to be the first in a series of organizational videos here on my channel. If you saw my goals for 2016 video, then you know that one of my main goals for the year is getting organized. Clearing clutter, getting this house in shape. And if you watched my vlogs, you may have seen in the background that my house is pretty cluttered. I have a very small home and a lot of stuff, let's just put it that way. So what I'm going to be doing in this series is tackling different areas in my house that are sort of hot spots for clutter. And there's a lot of them, let's be honest. But I'm starting today with my bookcase. I have a bookcase in my living room that we have sort of turned on its side and mounted as almost like a little half wall that divides my living room from my kitchen. And we did it that way because of a couple reasons. For one, it's a really big opening and it was just like dead space there, so we wanted to make use of it, and also because I had a beagle named Molly who liked it to get into the garbage, and so we put the bookcase there to create a wall for a baby gate to kind of, you know, connect to, so that she wouldn't be able to go get in there. Well, she's passed on now, so we don't need the gate anymore, but I think I am going to leave the bookcase where it is because it functions well there, and also because it's bolted to the wall. So that kind of makes the decision easy. But that bookcase is really a hot spot for clutter. We clutter things all over that poor defenseless bookcase. Really any kind of flat surface in my house is kind of like that. We are not a very organized people, my family and I, but we're working on it. So the bookcase right now is in even worse condition than it usually is because if you watched my vlogs or any of my videos in December, you may have noticed that we put our Christmas tree up right kind of directly in front of that bookcase. So only part of it was accessible, and so everything got stacked up on that part that was accessible, and anything that kind of didn't fit there really well kind of fell down or just was shoved there because you couldn't really see it past the Christmas tree. Anytime that my children would clean up the living room area and there was something that they didn't know where it went, it got stacked on the bookcase. So it's a mess, like worse than typical. And I wasn't even going to show you it, but I thought for the sake of the video, this is kind of a before and after, you really had to see it. So I'm going to show it to you. I'm not going to clean it up at all. Show it to you the way that it is. Don't judge me, please. It's a mess. I know it's a mess. But that's what today is. It's getting this taken care of. So yeah, it's just one of many videos in this series. I thought that it would be better to break things down into smaller projects rather than try to tackle all of the clutter at once, because that is a surefire way to get me to quit halfway through. If the job is overwhelming, I'll never finish it. So I'm gonna go through the bookcase, I'm gonna clear everything off of it, I'm gonna get rid of the clutter and things that just don't belong on the bookcase, because there's lots of that, and get that out of here. I'm gonna go through my books and try and pare them down, because I have a whole bunch of cookbooks that I'm currently storing in my kitchen that I'd like to be able to put with the rest of the books. That way I have that space in my kitchen for another project. So my kitchen's another really, really huge area of disorganization that we will tackle at some point. But for now, it's the bookcase. It's the first of many, many projects. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the sort of before tour, and then I'll speed up the process of me actually clearing everything off and organizing and putting everything back. I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to show, honestly, because it may just be a super long video, but we'll see. And yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your kind of hot spots for clutter are in your house and what you do to kind of keep clutter at bay. I'd love to hear from you. And let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, so this is the bookcase that I was telling you about. Clearly, it is a complete disaster. This is one of the areas in my house where we just dump things. Like, really any flat surface in my house tends to be a dumping ground. I don't know if this happens to everyone or if this is just like specific to my family, but it's like if we don't know where to put it, we put it on the bookcase. I had this basket here that was intended to be like a catch-all basket where we put things, bills and mail and things that we have to deal with, but not at this exact moment, you know. Paperwork for this kid's school, anything really just a place to corral things. But clearly that has not been gone through since like before the holiday season started. It was originally my goal to go through that every week. Obviously that hasn't happened, so I don't know if the catch-all basket is something that's going to have to go away or if I'm just going to have to be better about it, but yeah, so this is the mess. I have not done anything to this except I pulled a couple of things off of the bookcase that were like personal in nature with like my full address on it that obviously I'm not going to put on the internet for the world to see, but this is what my bookcase looks like. If you showed up at my house today, this is what you would see. And this is what we are working towards changing. So I'm going to empty this bookcase off completely. I'm going to go through all of my books and decide what's going to stay, what's going to go, and then I'm just going to organize things a little bit better and put everything back. Clean out this basket, dust everything, not necessarily all in that order, and hopefully at the end of this I will have a nice, clean, organized bookcase. So here we go. Okay guys, well my camera died and I'm honestly not entirely sure exactly where, but this is the finished product. It is much neater now. You can see it's still not perfect. I'm just not the type of person to have one of those super pretty like magazine style bookcases where everything is all pretty and coordinated and styled. I just needed a place to store my books. So I cleared out quite a few books. They're here in this box. I'm going to donate them somewhere. I have to figure out where. A family member of mine works in a library, so maybe she can help me with that. But I ended up clearing out enough stuff that I was able to bring my cookbooks in from my kitchen and put those in there. So I'm very happy with it. You can see it's still not perfect, but it's much, much better. I need to get some better bins for up top to store things because obviously that looks a little bit messy, but it was my goal to do this without spending a ton of money, and I have spent $0, so I'm pretty pleased. Still have some stuff off camera that I need to take care of, go through a few things, but overall I'm very, very happy with the results. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, even though it got cut off. Hopefully I got most of what was going on, but I just cleared everything out. I went through everything off camera and you know, took care of that, and then you know, just got it in pretty decent shape. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you again soon.